Folks, we've got a doozy for you tonight. The Harris campaign has been caught with their hand in the digital cookie jar, and it's stickier than a toddler at a candy store. They've been playing fast and loose with Google ads, making it look like major news outlets are singing their praises. It's fake news on steroids, and we have got the receipts. So buckle up, because the story is about to take you on a wild ride through the murky world of digital manipulation and political sleight of hand. Now, check this out. You're listening. In a world of fake news and manipulated headlines, you need the protection on the road more than ever. That's where CarVision X comes in. The state-of-the-art dash cam records every detail, offering 4K Ultra HD night vision and a 24/7 motion detection system. It's not just about accidents anymore. It's about documenting the truth in a world full of lies. Visit carvisionx.com. You'll find the link down below. You'll get free express shipping and exclusive bonuses during their summer special. Don't let manipulated media manipulate you. Get the facts with CarVision X. All right. Shall we dive in? I think we should. It starts with this. Kamala and her team are actually creating fake news on Google in ads. This is the most desperate attempt to try to gain voters using fake headlines that are made up to make you sound better, because we all know she will not give an interview, and for good reason. If I were her, and I couldn't speak sentences clearly, or I didn't have any policies really to go on, then I would be afraid of an interview as well. And we've got a clip here. So this is we got quite a few clips to back all this up. Let's see what Sky News Australia, see what they're saying across the pond.
Apart from
Let's have a look at Kamala Harris's campaign team, because they've been caught out secretly editing news headlines in Google search to paint her in a more favourable light.
Unbelievable.
This is quite an explosive story in the US. Michael, what do you think about this? I mean, this is literally fake news. They accused Donald Trump of fake news, but this actually is fake news.
Well, Harris's campaign team, I've got to say, have done an outstanding job so far. Anyone who's watched this station over the last 3 years, and anyone who's watched Fox in America, knows that Harris is completely unqualified to be president of the United States. But, you know, here's the thing. No one knew in America, apart from Fox viewers and Sky viewers, no one knew until a month ago that Biden had dementia. Most people in America have no idea that she has not given an interview yet. That's why her ratings are so high. They're completely unaware. They see her at rallies, they see her occasionally stopped by a plane. No one's aware that she hasn't given an interview. They just think they've read she's great, because the hard left media are so desperate to defeat Trump. There's been this shocking protection racket of her, as there was of Biden's dementia, that she's getting away with murder. So none of this surprises me, and they've done an excellent job so far. The question is, can they pull the wool over the eyes of the American public for another 3 months? I think the answer is probably not, but they might.
So that's just a little bit to wet your whistle, okay? Let's dig a little bit deeper. Ian Miles Cheong, people only read the headlines. Kamala Harris campaign is editing headlines on its Google search results by sponsoring the links. The articles are real, but they're paid for as ads so they can alter the headlines and the subhead to make her look good. Let's see how they go ahead and do this now, shall we?
Let's stick with insanity. So can you imagine getting great media coverage? I mean, literally letting you coast to the nomination with no votes. And that not being enough, apparently Kamala Harris is editing headlines. This is what the AP has. VP Harris, economic vision, lower costs and higher wages. Then you got NPR. Harris will lower health costs, supporting text underneath. Kamala Harris will lower the cost of high-quality, affordable health care. The Guardian writes VP Harris fights abortion bans. Harris defends repro freedom with supporting text underneath. Of course, VP Harris is a champion for reproductive freedom and stop Trump's abortion. I mean, it goes on and on.
Okay, so I think we have some pictures of these headlines. Well, I can show them to you later, but since we have them up here, zoom in on it if you can. Brian, if you can make that full screen just for a moment, because I want to point this out, why this is important and what the specifics are here. So you've got that blue text there. That's the
I need to do this for a few headlines
Lawrence,
on
I want
me.
to make sure.
Go ahead.
Go for it, Will.
You could, because, I want to make sure everybody understands this, Pete. What's going on is these are legitimate articles that are written. Well, I say legitimate.
Correct.
They're articles written by CNN or NPR or Axios. They are articles written. And then the Harris campaign
are all showing different things. But then if you zoom in on the tail number here, there's no tail number on this plane. It's clearly not there. Now, why would this plane not have a tail number? But taking a look here, there's a tail number on that very same plane. Now, would they go ahead and would they edit the tail number out of the plane? That just doesn't make any sense. I mean, what do you guys think? Comment below on that, because I'd like to read your thoughts sincerely. Continuing on. Graham Allen, I want everyone to go and expose Google right now. Go and search Kamala Harris and screenshot some of the top things that pop up. This is another tract of the election manipulation. It's similar to the election integrity interview that I just did this week with Daniel Cochran from the Heritage Foundation. If you haven't seen that interview, go to the main channel page and watch it, and then share it with all your friends, because it pulls back the manipulation by big tech and how they're manipulating your reality, how they're manipulating perception and the election. And Texas is at the forefront of this with the subpoenas that they may be sending on August 30th. To give you some backstory real quick, last week, the Texas Senate Committee on State Affairs sent a letter to Google demanding information on the election interference. And now they're going to be sending subpoenas. And of course, if you watched that hearing, our channel, Next News Network, was mentioned in that hearing, and it was recommended by Zach Voorhees in that hearing that the demonetization of our channel should be a focus of that investigation by Texas. And getting to the bottom of why this channel was demonetized and other conservative outlets demonetized is going to help us understand the broad scope of the censorship campaign that is interfering with the free flow of information that the American people need to make informed decisions about the election. So this here, Graham Allen, he says, I want everyone to go and expose Google right now. Go and search Kamala Harris and screenshot some of the top things that pop up. This is indoctrination. Not a single article talking about her record. Not a single article talking in any way objectively. And he shares a screenshot of his own. Now, this is what's interesting. We've been talking about how the Harris campaign is manipulating the Google Ads system. Now, Colin Rugg says Google has now blamed a glitch for how the Harris campaign was able to trick internet users into thinking reputable news sources were giving Kamala favorable reporting. And on top of that, The Harris campaign and Google could now face a lawsuit after fake news headline scheme. WDAY Radio, local news station in Fargo, North Dakota, is contemplating legal action after the Kamala Harris campaign allegedly manipulated WDAY headlines to falsely suggest support for her in an ad campaign. So the news outlets that they're manipulating with these fake headlines and fake subheadings were like, what the heck are you doing? You're linking back to us, but that's not the content of what people are seeing. They are using the authority, what Google likes to call authoritative news, using the authority of those sources, the Guardian, NBC, WDAY. They're using the authority of those news sources to manipulate the ads. So let's go back to this. This is where they said they blame a glitch.
Axios reporting the campaign is giving real news articles a pro-Kamala Harris spin and then using them in Google ads. Martha McCallum's been looking at this, and she joins us now. Good morning to you. Welcome back.
Good morning,
nice
Bill.
to see you.
Great to see you.
Get ready for Chicago, all right?
Here we go.
Save that for a moment here. So the trick was we'll make it like an ad, and we'll reframe the headline so that when you're searching, maybe you see the spot and you read the headline, but maybe you don't understand that it's actually sponsored by the campaign. Show it, guys. Here we go. So this involved what? They cited CNN, NPR, Reuters, Associated Press, The Guardian a lot. And you would see this as you were going through your internet search. And, well, that's cheating.
Wow, it is.
Wow.
You know, this is really, and I should also point out that Google says that there was a glitch in their system that meant that some of the sort of barriers that they try to put in to make it clear what this is weren't working. Oops. I wonder if it was true for other campaigns as well. We don't know that yet, but they say they're looking into that. But just as an example, so this is a Guardian headline. VP Harris fights abortion bans. Harris defends reproductive freedom. Well, those things are true. That's a factual statement. That's something that she backs and supports. But then they have a description under the headline. So you know how there's a headline when you read a news story. Then there's an under headline that you read in the news story. But it says this: VP Harris is a champion for reproductive freedom and will stop Trump's abortion bans. So the second line in what looks like a news story is actually a campaign slogan, a campaign statement. And, we all look at so much information, take in so many things so quickly throughout the day, right? This is very subtle, very manipulative. And in a moment when you also have a stepped up threat from Iran trying to get their bots into all of this and influence people in ways that are very subtle and difficult to figure out, this is something that I think requires a lot of diligence on the part of people who are looking for this information.
And Google.
Yep, and so they're calling it a glitch. Jordan Secular, Kamala Harris campaign has been caught rewriting news headlines to make her look better and promoting these altered headlines through paid Google ads.
You put $941,000.
A brand new Axios.
They have spent $941,000
to make her look good.
They have spent $941,000 just with Google. You put $941,000 behind Google ads. That's a lot of people seeing it.
Tens of millions of impressions with $1 million in ad spend. And these are incredibly misleading. I think probably the worst of the worst that I've seen, because it does lead you to a real article. It is a fake headline that they have created out of thin air. Democrat campaign right now for president is paying for traffic to be sent to PBS, to NPR, to Rolling Stone, to The Independent, to Time Magazine, to AP News. They are advertising for these while being misleading to the actual customer. It's completely unethical.
Yes, it is. But what else can we expect from the Democrat Party? Okay, so here's a better, closer look at some of these headlines. Who is Kamala Harris? Paid for by Kamala Harris. Linking directly to CNN. Harris is the daughter of civil rights activists, has always fought for all Americans. Huh. And that goes to CNN, NPR, WDAY Radio Now, Reuters. Unbelievable. All sides, Kamala Harris presidential campaign misrepresenting news articles in Google search, making them appear to be endorsements. And this image basically breaks down what we've been talking about. sponsored, paid for, headline, and then the subhead. Oh, here's J.D. Vance.
Now, I cannot get over, my friends, about everything about her campaign is fake. A fake joy that comes from being promoted to a new position instead of using the position you already have to do your job and make the lives of the citizens of this country better. It's a fake ticket that never earned a single Democrat primary vote. It's a fake platform that offers no specifics about how to do the people's businesses, and a fake promise to change the government, even though she's been in charge of that very government for almost 4 years and hasn't done a damn thing.
Yeah, I love how she says she's going to do XYZ on day one when she's in power right now. She could tell Biden to put the message out and get the bill passed, and here you go. I'll sign the bill. We'll get it done. J.D. Vance right on the money. And then we covered this earlier. Harris campaign offering $20,000 in perks to a podcaster and former NFL Pro Bowler to attend the DNC convention. Oh, here, okay, listen to this. CNN defending Kamala's campaign, pushing fake headlines in Google Ads, saying it's up to the people to know better. This is, of course, CNN.
You'll see during the break in terms of, is this something that's normal? Is this something that campaigns have been using? How do you defend kind of the...
Yeah. Well, this is part of paid advertising. I mean, if you are somebody who's reading a news outlet on your phone, you'll see embedded ads come up sometimes in those stories that, for on first glance, look like a story by the outlet you're reading. But if you don't, if you look at it more closely, it says sponsored content. I mean, this is something that the search engines do. It's part of the way they generate ad revenue. So there's nothing.
Yeah. Okay, but they are paying for traffic to go to NPR and CNN and MSNBC and Reuters and all the other authoritative news sources. So you see the official source right there, and above it you see the sponsored by Kamala Harris. And then they manipulate the headline. They are manipulating your reality in Google search ads.
About it that is violates their terms or is in any way unethical. I mean, this is part of the way that paid advertising works. And, you'll see it. It's certainly not just political campaigns who do it. I mean, just as I am reading things online, sometimes I'll I'll sort of double look at something because it feels like it's an authentic piece of content. And then you see it's paid. So it is incumbent on the viewer, the reader, the consumer to have a discerning eye.
It's your fault, guys. It's your fault. It's your fault. You fell for it. You're the moron who clicked on it. You're the moron who read the headline and believed it. That's what she's saying to you. Yeah, that's what they believe. A Muse, Kamala Harris campaign admits it conducted a massive online misinformation scheme with the help of Google. Google claims a glitch in the system allowed by Harris campaign to run counterfeit headlines. They appear to originate from the AP and Reuters. So shameful. Now, this is a short clip. I want to make sure this point is also impressed because it's all about the fake news. It's all about the fake perception. It's all about this fake astroturf that is now springing up all around this campaign.
Democrats have deployed influencers to win over voters online.
The Democratic organizations are flooding the creator community with cash.
Basically, what they were asking for is $1,500 for anti-Trump content on TikTok.
What's your rate?
$3,000 to $10,000.
We will continue to influence young, impressionable minds.
Y'all know I'm never quick to praise a white man, but Tim Walz?
We don't need good policy. We just need your short attention span.
Kamala Harris for president kickoff rally with her vice president.
If you see multiple influencers spreading the same exact message, you can start to realize some kind of coordination is going on.
Yes, Queen, per Brat Summer, Kamala Harris.
TikTok was basically full-time for me. I think I was taking ads from the Biden administration and Planned Parenthood.
We just have to be working with them, and if we're not, we're missing a huge way that voters are getting information about the world.
Reveals their sophisticated and expensive tactics.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
Yeah. So remember, folks, if they're willing to lie about headlines. What else are they willing to lie about? This isn't just about misleading ads. It's about the very fabric of our republic. When a campaign stoops to this level of deception, it is a red flag the size of Texas. And Texas, you don't mess with Texas. Remember to go find that interview that I did with Daniel Cochran on what's about to happen. Deadline, August 30th. So, friends, stay skeptical, stay informed, and for Pete's sake, don't believe everything you see on Google. The Harris campaign might think they can pull the wool over your eyes, but thanks to you, our vigilant viewers, the truth always finds a way to shine through.